Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome back to Brown Bag Bets, powered by BETSPERTS, where your daily dose of quick hit handicapping and sports betting picks. I'm Alex Christenson, and joining me as always, but from a different location, folks. I love that painting behind him. I'm looking forward to having that for today. Mr. Molitor, how are you? How was the 4th? Did we eat any meats? I know you were on the road. Were you able to grill, on the road? Did they have a grill where you are?
Oh yeah, we did some chicken wings. Just some chicken wings the other day. Ordered we got to drinking, just forgot about dinner, so we ordered late night Popeyes, which is also just good to get that delivered right to the door. But yeah, it's been a good 4th. Tons of I'm in Denver right now. Tons of people. We didn't go to like some organized show for fireworks. Apparently, just every asshole with money in a backyard fires them off at the same time. It was like a 360 display from all the neighborhoods around here. So, I mean, that was good enough to just stand out in front of the house. So, yeah, fun 4th of July so far. Weather's been great. Heading to the pool after this. And, yeah, I almost even got a winner. I got an outright into the playoff. He didn't make it very far, but Neiman, what are you going to do? You get a guy into a playoff. He hadn't bogeyed the whole tournament. Had not had a single bogeyed in the first hole of the playoff. So that's just tough luck for me, I guess. Otherwise,
That was tough.
couple of nice top 20s, had some decent prices. Top 20 and a top 30 and almost 3-1 hit. Almost got Kazire to backdoor the top 20 at 4-1. So I guess I got to be a little less risky and maybe play him at a 30 or 20, 40-1. I'll be looking at that because it's all underdogs this week and 2 golf tournaments. I'm probably gonna dig into the Scottish Open a bit this week.
I love the Scottish Open, but it is hard to go against Cam Davis. I mean, it was funny. I turned on the round a little bit late. I figured they were still playing, and I got to watch that Cam Davis shot. He's standing in the fairway, hits the ball in the bunker, and it's I see what he's trying to do. I remember sitting there being like, well, it's not the worst spot in the world. Like the bunker, he's got a nice lie there. It's a short spot. If he can get the ball, he should be able to hit and stick. Now, I didn't think he was going to make it, but man, was that a lot of fun to watch that go out. I mean, we knew there was going to be a playoff in some way, but Cam Davis, I mean, that's as good as anybody can play for 3 holes there at the end. So good. Congratulations to him. That was fun.
Yeah. I knew some people who had him at, some decent numbers, over 100-1 in some spots. So congrats to them. It's always nice to see other people hit some long shots. Euros was fun. After going 0-8 on my pre-match bets in the quarterfinals, 4-0. 4-0 in the round of 16, excuse me. I went 0-8. Quarterfinals, 4-0. Never a doubt. Semifinals start tomorrow, I believe. We've got updated future prices here. England plus 150, Italy just right behind them, plus 225, Spain, their opponent, 275, and Denmark not expected to get past England apparently at 8-1. Maybe I'll just bet. That's another one too, where maybe you just bet Denmark to win the whole thing if you really want to fade England at this point. But yeah, I guess it's coming home.
No, I'm a big fan of that.
It's going to be annoying for these Brits. I'm just going to mute "It's coming home" if they make the final. Although maybe it'll be funnier to have a gut-wrenching loss to Italy in the final than it will be to go out early to Germany or something. So yeah, I'll have some bets up for that later this week. If you like the outrights, that's not a bad risk-free bet if you want to place it, because we say don't do futures, but this kind of future, it's not something that's going to sit there too long. Yeah. If you want to go Denmark 8-1, yeah, there's only two more rounds left. So semifinal start.
This is a tournament. Yeah, this is a tournament where you see little countries like that kind of pop. Not that Denmark is it is like actually size wise, but I mean Denmark has popped a couple times. Was it Iceland we saw? I don't know if it was last year or the Euro before, but it's not strange for one of these countries to get hot like this for a couple weeks.
Oh, no, yeah, Wales made the semifinals previous iterations. We've seen this stuff in World Cups, too. It's a lot of fun, especially like Denmark with I hate to even say like bad luck, because the guy legitimately almost died. It was more than bad luck. It was damn near a tragedy, but like how their tournament started with, I remember like sitting there at halftime, like, man, are we even going to have the rest of this round? What's going to happen here? And now Denmark's here in the semifinals. So yeah, no, you know what? Fuck it. I'm a Denmark fan. I am right now. Although I do think Italy gets it done here. So plays for that tomorrow. Bucks finished up. Dan's Hawks getting it done. It was a series marred with injuries. and a lot of weirdness. Like, oh, should we bet on this team because the star's out? Well, the star's out on the other team too. So I really didn't bet this series a lot. Suns open up about minus 165 to the Bucks starting. I know you have some thoughts on this. I don't. I know some people with some just bananas numbers on the Suns to win the championship from, during the season or even pre-playoffs. Just with how much equity the Lakers and the Clippers were getting, there was some value in the West, and we went with the Blazers. We were wrong. Like we were on the right track. We said there's somebody in the West who has value because the Lakers and the Clippers are taking up so much of it, and it's weird. The value was the 1 seed, I guess. I mean, they were the one, weren't they? Or was it the Jazz? Jazz were 2?
No, they were the 1 seed.
Either way, they were a higher seed than the other.
It's just a mess.
It was a messy playoffs. It's been fun, but here we are. Suns Bucks. Suns are favored, not by a ton, but what do you got here? It looks like you made some series plays.
Yeah, I did. I mean, to circle back a little bit, I mean, Hawks Bucks was kind of a fun little microcosm for the season almost. It had all the features that we've seen from this year, weird injuries, things like that, just messes of games. As I look at this series, I think that the market really is unsure about what's going to happen with Giannis Antetokounmpo. If we knew he was here, he was healthy in this series, I think the series would be lined very close. I think there could even be a case for the Bucks to be favorites. I kind of think they might be if we knew we were going to get a healthy Giannis for this entire series. So it can be a little tough to go through that, but at the same time, in this uncertainty is where I think you can find some value. And I'm not backing the Bucks to win the series at plus 165. I'm trying to get maybe a little more creative, trying to find some of these derivative markets where prices I think offer a little better value. So we have Bucks minus 1.5 games. This has been one of my favorite bets for teams on the road. Again, basically Bucks close it out in 6 in Milwaukee or better, plus 250. I think there's a lot of value in that number. Honestly, even without Giannis, I think the Bucks can keep this competitive. I think it'll be tough for them to win the series, but again, if they do, they've got the guards and Jrue Holiday and players like Chris Middleton to slow down some of the Phoenix players. Really curious to see what happens there. And then the other angle I like here, it doesn't seem like Giannis is going to play game 1. We'll see. But the Suns are big favorites. And I think if they win that game, that's fine. I'm still happy to go in and back Milwaukee. So instead of waiting for that to happen, let's just do it now. You can find in a couple places Suns to win game 1. Sorry, I forgot to type the 1 there, and lose the series. So Suns win game 1, Bucks win the series, plus 375. Again, I'm going to put half a unit probably on each of these. Again, looking for something at just some, nicer odds and just trying to find some way to extract some value here. Thinking that at some point, I think we will see Giannis. He hyperextended his knee, but I think there was kind of a feeling that if the Bucks needed him, he could have played. So I think we're going to see him. I don't know if it's as early as game 1, but I'm happy to get some Bucks positions before we find that out.
Yeah, and I like this prop too. And not even to say like I agree with you because I don't have a strong take on this series. I trust your judgment, but I like how many props there are like this because any thesis you have about how the series will go, there's like a prop for that now. Where it's like, all right, I think the Suns come out, probably win game 1. I'd like to back the Bucks later, but I can get a prop on that right now before any of it happens. So I dig that a lot, especially when, who knows what the adjusted price will be. I'm assuming it probably 3-1 after a game 1 win. Maybe not
That's
quite.
What I was thinking.
275, 300, right around there. So you're not quite getting, 375 even if you waited. I doubt it would, unless it's an absolute browbeating and then Giannis is like ruled out for the rest of the series. And in that case, you're not winning the bet anyway. So it doesn't matter. So yeah, you're probably not getting 375. So I like that quite a bit. All right. Well, when does that start? Tomorrow or next day?
Tomorrow. We'll talk about game 1 a little bit tomorrow. Again, trying to wait as long as possible to see who's playing. But if you think Giannis is in, grab the Bucks right now. I think it's at like 5.5.
I think so. Yeah, let's get weird with it.
But we'll dig in that a little bit tomorrow.
All right, outrights didn't quite get home. I had a couple getting close once we got, but yeah, Joachim Neiman was the only one that really, really stuck out towards the end. I had a couple that were, like I said, the top 20s did okay. Man, I had a really nice matchup in Matsuyama over Webb, and that was maybe my favorite play of the whole tournament. And my guy got COVID, had to pull out, so that was kind of rough. So I didn't have the best of, I lost
it's not good.
I had an outright in a playoff that didn't win. I had my favorite head-to-head who I also had in a daily matchup and in some DFS lineups, get COVID. Not the best of luck for Andy. I still turned out okay, though, so it wasn't a horrible tournament. But we'll move on to the John Deere Classic and the Scottish Open this week. But starting with just John Deere outrights, Aaron Y. These are going to be long shots. There's a lot of the good players are at the Scottish Open, not only because it's a better tournament and they're probably a lot of them are from Europe, but the Open is the following week. It's not a bad idea to fly over a week early. So this field is kind of rough. Daniel Berger is your favorite, but I took a little Aaron Wise. He didn't do great at the Travelers, made the cut, but he does have a couple top tens here, and his numbers are kind of popping on as far as what I'm running for adjusted model for this week. He is around 50-ish to 1. You can get him, it looks like. Yeah, 55 to 1. I got him at this morning. Again, he played very well at the Travelers, got a top 10, or at the Memorial, got a top 10 there. He's capable of getting, a decent finish. A lot of these, because they are longer shots, are probably going to also pivot into top 20 bets tomorrow, or top, Chase Seifert might not be a top 20, but Hank Lebioda, not getting any respect still. 2 consecutive top 5 finishes on the shit swing. That's what we're going to call this when you go, Detroit, Ohio, Detroit, then, the John Deere here. So he is 5th at the Travelers, almost in the playoff at the Rocket Mortgage. Really, really playing well. I'm sad I didn't have more on him outside just some matchups, but Hammer and Hank, he's gonna make my card some way or other. So he hasn't missed a cut since Valero. That was very early April. A lot of top 30s, a lot of top 20s in there, and obviously some top 5s. So love him. Pat Perez was a guy I backed top 30 last week. He placed 14th. I would have got a top 20 if I had a little balls, but again, that goes both ways. I said the opposite with Pat and Kazire, but yeah, he had a top 4. He was 14th. He was 10th at the Palmetto. He did miss cut. He did miss cut at the Travelers, but he's had some nice finishes here, and some of his numbers are starting to pop for me as well. And then, Chase Seifert, not a great golfer, but I don't think I shouldn't say that when I place a bet on him, but I don't think he should be 150 to 1 just based off a few of my numbers.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, he's missed like 5 of the last 6 cuts, but he's going to be a top 40. I just like the way he lines up here. He might be due, but yeah, this will be a top 40 bet for me as well. So just those 4. I'll have some Scottish Open stuff and some top 20, 30, 40 bets tomorrow when we get back at it. I don't even know where did Al go? Oh, there he is. Wembley, we got some stuff going on right now.
We do. Angelique Kerber is playing right now. We've got a Kerber Goff over. I put that out. Hopefully you join me there. We'll see how that goes. And actually, if Kerber can win the match, Andy, and you followed all the outrights we talked about before the tournament, we'll have 3 of the 4 quarterfinalists in the bottom half there. So in pretty good shape from that perspective. Fingers crossed that all goes well there. But everything is still in play. We've got the round of 16, which means the next round is our quarterfinal round. Just one matchup so far. I think this match will be quite a bit of fun. Our play for tomorrow, again, this should be tomorrow. Sabalenka playing Ons Jabeur, over 21.5 games here. I think this is just a great number for us to attack. I would honestly hang this at 22.5 myself, given the respect that I have for how good of a chance there is of this being 3 sets. I think we're definitely going to get a 7-5, if not a tiebreaker here. I'm going to look at some of those markets when they open tomorrow. Those are always fun. Yes, will there be a tiebreaker? Some of the WTA odds are a little off. And this will be one that I look at. But yeah, over 21.5 games. I played this at -115. Would play this at -120. If you've got a 22 at standard juice or better, that's fine too. So really like the over in this match. Should be very competitive. And we'll see how things go here with Angie Kerber, Andy. Fingers crossed. We love hitting outrights.
Yeah, it's weird with how Wimbledon sets up with the time that we have the show, because we have, there's matches going on right now. So we do kind of have to wait. But no, excited about that. Excited for your outrights. Hopefully we find one playing some tennis this coming Saturday. That would be an awful lot of fun, nice. I think. So, all right, before I sign off and go to the pool, I will again remind you to thank our sponsor, WynnBet, by signing up. I'm in a state right now. My wife is getting an account this afternoon. She probably won't. I'm probably not giving her a tumbler though. Like, I'll just buy her a tumbler. I'd feel bad wasting the promotional materials on my wife. Hopefully she's not watching downstairs or something right now. But yeah, she's not getting a tumbler. She doesn't even know she's getting an account. Either way, you know what? I'll let her make the first bet. I'll pick a tennis match. She can just bet on that. It's a free risk-free bet. I'll kind of guide her towards a long shot. God, maybe we should do this fast, and I can bet that Redu canoe. That's not a really. She's about even money though. I think I want something a little more than that. I'll kind of look. Maybe I'll look towards the
spicier.
Yeah, something spicier. The Wimbledon outrights or something, or Wimbledon quarterfinals. Maybe some men's matches tomorrow morning before we get going. But yeah, if you do sign up, you will get a 30-ounce Yeti tumbler, the Rambler, laser etched, customized, white, 30-ounce coffee toting, booze carrying, whatever you want to do with it. You sign up. Details over at BETSPERTS on the Twitter machine. Follow them for all the details and what you need to do. Basically, just place your risk-free bet and send them the details of that. We'll get your address and we'll mail it to your house. $500 risk-free bet.
Awesome.
$1,000 if you live in Michigan. Hope you had a great 4th of July. Alex, what else can we say? Thanks for joining us you probably had today off. So if you joined us or you watched us today, you probably had the day off. So that's good.
No, it's a nice random day off. I didn't realize everything was closed. So have a nice day off, everybody.
Pool's open, baby. Yep. See you guys. Catch you tomorrow.